Hola. Uh, shoot. It's like 1:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and yeah, I got way more energy because like I be chilling on Saturdays. But let's go ahead and get this song of the day out real quick. I feel like I got a bit of a video I wanted to, something I want to talk about. It's "The Lady in Red" by Chris de Burgh. Lady in Red. Is this? Hey, look, I'm an '80s guy, so I like '80s music. It's a banger. But to this topic, tonight's topic, I wanted to talk about. Mm, it's more so like there's a lot of things I haven't made a video in the last couple of days, so there's a lot of things I wanted to talk about. But I think today was more so, I guess, like maybe moving forward. I'm gonna spitball here, and I'm just gonna go off on tangent as I normally do. But it's more so like moving forward and being okay with yourself. Now, you know what I'm learning is that in any and all situations, if you're not okay with you, no matter what the situation is, then you're failing, essentially. Like in a breakup, in hard times, good times, bad times, like, and when it comes to this world, it's like there's something about, like, everybody says that all times are like bad times. Every single time I talk to somebody about like the good times or whatever, they're like, oh, like it's hard times right now. Like if you talk to someone about what you're going through, they're like, yeah, it's hard. It's okay because it's hard times. I'm like, what's so hard? You know, like what's so hard about everything? Like why is it hard times? And I mean, yeah, like people will tell you, it's because of whatever they got going on in their life, but it's always hard times. Like not in just in their life, but just in general. Like it's always hard times. There's not a point in time where there isn't. It's not hard times, and I've been saying, like, to a lot of people in my life, like, you need to be okay with yourself in order for you to tackle these hard times. And honestly, it just makes you look cool. Like whenever you are okay with you, you're not worried about much. I mean, yeah, like you have like your back and forth with yourself every once in a while, and yeah, you still go through things like everybody else. But when you're okay with you, like you, and like much there's not much like confliction with who you are or your identity is. It's like it makes life so much better. Like it's it's so easy. It's so much easier to just move through life when you like when you know identify, when you like know who you are, know, like, yourself, know thyself. And a lot of people who I notice get into relationships or like who do certain things, they don't know themselves yet. They always find it's like they're in, like, I'll put it like this. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna grab this. So this is Bath and Body Works Woodlands, hand sanitizer. And this is my AirPods. It says Wicked on it. Look, Wicked. So I'll put it like this. Say, for instance, they married, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they calling, you know what I'm saying? You got them and you together all the time. Sometimes you might spend so much time together that you forget that before you were them and you, like before you guys were together, you were AirPod and hand sanitizer, not AirPod and hand sanitizer. AirPod hand sanitizer. You knew yourselves to a degree. Some people are still alone and they don't really know themselves, and that's totally fine. But I always recommend, especially when it comes to relationships or just really anything, really, you know thyself before you come together with someone else. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people don't really do that, and a lot of people don't they don't realize what they're getting themselves into when they mess with somebody. And for me, that's kind of what I did. Like I fell into something with someone and I didn't really know myself like that, and it ended up fizzling out. And who knows if that person how that person feels or whatever, but it ended up fizzling out because I didn't know me and I was still getting to learn me. Shoot, everybody's a work in progress, and I feel like to a degree everybody's still learning themselves, but there are a lot of people who know, like they have morals, like to a degree, like they, for the most part, they know. They're still learning, but for the most part they know who they are. Like as of right now, if someone were to ask me who I am, I can tell you. Back then I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, I like cookies. I like movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now I can tell you that I am a. I was something stupid. Well, now I can tell you that I am a lighthearted, jolly, brave, bold, brave and the bold, intelligent, sexy, young man who just wants the best for himself and everybody around him. And I do have a bit of an edge, like everybody act like I'm just happy-go-lucky, jolly. I get angry too, I get upset. I get pissed off. I can be an a-hole if I need to, if it serves me in the moment. But me innately, I got a good heart. That ain't going nowhere. So I know me, and I know I have my morals and I have my goals and things of that nature. So it's easier for someone like me to let someone else into my life because I know who I am. Now, somebody who don't even know if Chipotle or Kava or like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A is their favorite, how do you expect them to know, or how do you expect them to let somebody else in if they don't really know themselves? So it's like, I guess it's all about perspective, and it's all about being secure. And I think that's what this video is about, I guess. Being secure, not being insecure. Don't be insecure. It doesn't matter what others say or about your situation or whatever, as long as it matters to you. And I found it interesting that there's like people out here who, like, it's weird. People like to comment on situations that they don't really know anything about. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But don't bring that bullshit around me. I don't know. And I think some people warp their reality based off of Like, you are what you put out. You are what you put out. So if you're putting out BS, expect to receive it. Like, I'm not really like for a karma type person, but like I do kind of believe like what goes around comes around. Like, I don't believe I'm gonna sit here and just be mean all the time and then not receive any of that type of energy that I'm putting out in the world back. I think to a degree, yes, if I am a dick to everybody I meet, I'm gonna receive that back to me, that same energy back to me in some type of way, whether it's next week or it's next year. True, within the next 10 years, whatever goes around comes back around. So like sometimes when some bad things happen to me, I'm like, what did I do? Like, did I really, like, I must have done something. And I don't blame God or in the universe for sending me like sending me some BS, because it's like, bro, like, I put myself in the situation, you know? And, sometimes it's hard to really understand that, especially for a lot of people, because I don't know, this is a weird world. I've seen so many weird things. I've seen so many people get out of so many weird situations and then get in weird situations, and there's so many surprises and things like that, but like, I don't know, doesn't it make you excited? Like, the possibilities of everything, like, oh, this might happen or this might happen. It's like a big ass movie. And I'm a film geek, so it's like just like a big, it's like everything. It's everything everywhere all at once. It's like it's a big film, and you want to see what happens next, you want to get to that exposition, you want to get to that falling action, and do stay open in that door. You want to get to the exposition, you want to get to the falling action. And I don't think you should be doing that. Excuse me, going in with an outlook like that's so insecure, because part of being secure with yourself is getting out of your own way and getting out and getting out of that insecurity, getting out of the like the bad feelings and stuff like that. So it's like, in order for you to do that, you gotta start feeling more, you gotta start feeling secure with yourself. You have to start feeding into yourself as much as you feed into the bull crap that you deal with. It's not, it's not anyone else's job but yours to change your ways. And when you change your ways, that changes whatever you put out into the world. And now whatever you put out into the world, could be much better than whatever nasty, weird shit you were. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of cool to see how things unfold, and like in all scenarios and stuff. I'm spitballing, but like in all scenarios, like, it's kind of cool. Like, wow, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like, even the bad stuff. Like, even if like you're married and your wife cheated on you with, I don't know, the local yoga instructor or something. Like, even if some nonsense like that happened, it's like, objectively, like, that sucks. It really does. But like, objectively, you're like, dang, that's a plot. Like, or objectively, you're like, dang, bro, like, that just happened. That's crazy. Like, if you're in it, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You ready to swing. You ready. Hey, what? Adultery? Like, it's, you did what with my wife? Like, like, but like, if you on the outside, you're like, like, you hear that and you think Netflix. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, like, cheated on me with the what's the name? Dang. Not the yoga instructor. You talking about Fabio? Not the yoga instructor with the accent. You know, like like it's everyday life. Like and I think in order for you to feel like you're a bit more secure with yourself, you have to look at the bigger picture in a lot of things. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck. Like when you go through situations and stuff. But I feel like if you can look at a situation and like low key just be like, like from all sides. You just look at it like from all sides or whatever. It'll help you move forward and not move back. Because I know so many people who look at life like it's just one line. Like one like they don't think anything of anything else of it. Like it's just like they just look at life like there's nothing, like this is the world and this is it. Like it's bigger than you. It's not that simple. Like you think the world is as big as this little domain right here, this little domain expansion, this little thing. No, it's bigger than that, bro. There's so many layers to people. There's so many layers to the world, to like insecurities and all of that jazz. It's much deeper. It's much deeper than what you think. Opening doors. It's much deeper than what you think. It's like you you can't just look at everything so one note. There's what does the weekend say? He went in his on his little his description of his After Hours album. It was like you can find love, beauty, death, darkness, hope, sex, friends, enemies, all in happiness, all in the after hours of the night. And I'd go deeper and say that you can find all of that and more in just life. Like that's just life. This is a movie. You are in a movie. You're starring in your own movie. Don't be insecure in your own movie. Don't let life happen to you. You gotta happen to life. You gotta happen to life, bro. And having that insecurity, of being like, oh my gosh, like she did this, she did that, what I'm saying? Oh my god, like she got such a past on attached to her. Like, bro, what does that have to do with you, yo? I mean, really, what does it have to do with you? Like, yeah, okay. A lot of people would say like, this person has a bunch of bodies, and I think X, Y, Z or whatever, and or like I shouldn't mess with them. Now, yes, there's a difference between men and women when it comes to stuff like this. There is, but I don't know, man. Like it's like she has a lot of bodies, but like, are you okay with you though? Like, you're making the decision to be with somebody who has a lot of bodies. You're already kind of in it. The fact that you're asking her, don't let the reason why you don't mess with somebody that could possibly be the woman of your dreams be because you are focused on her past. That's like it's kind of hypocritical. Like, I mean, I understand there's a difference, like with men and women. Like, she might be a bit of a harlot, but dudes can be harlots too. But we just don't look at it like that. And I'm no like feminist, or I ain't advocating for nobody, whatever. I'm just telling you how I see it. I see it like it's immature and insecure. Like if you sitting here worrying about somebody's past, like their bodies and stuff like that, like yeah, tendencies, okay, great. But maybe we can learn that when we're going through it. If you really feel some way about somebody, and the first thing you popping up is that pops up in your head is that J. Cole song where he say you ask a girl what her body count is and you gotta multiply it times two. like you doing something wrong, bro. Like, you doing something wrong. Get to know this person first. If somebody pull up and calling her a harlot, like, okay, okay, like, it's for you, right? Why do you care what she did way back when? Do you think she cares that you used to pee in the bed? Do you think she cares that you used to mess with this girl who was really weird? Do you think she cares that you have a bunch of bodies? No, probably not. Because she probably looking at you like, oh man, like, I really like this person. I can see myself going somewhere, going far with him. And if she's one of those one of those people that like doesn't like what they did in the past and they're trying to change, who are you to judge them for what they did in the past? If you have a past as well, if you don't want to be judged for the messed up crap that you did in the past, don't judge somebody else. And yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to go be with a girl that has a bunch of bodies if that's not like what you want for yourself or whatever, and that's like a deal breaker for you. Okay, that's cool, that's you. But don't let the reason be just because of that. Because when push comes to shove, if you want to be forgiven and you want to move on and you want to be better, you want someone to give you that chance too. So give them that chance. Give them that chance, yo. Don't be a dick. Don't. Give them that chance to show like, okay, I'm not like that anymore. And if you talking to them and you can kind of see through the little cracks in the armor, that's why you got to know yourself. Because if you know yourself, you spend enough time with yourself, you build that discernment, you build that aura. Know thyself, you know? And once you build that aura, you build that discernment, like, you're going to see through the cracks of any armor. And you're going to have that observation hockey. You're going to know exactly what to do. That future sight. Yeah, man, like, don't be insecure. Don't be immature. Just be the best version of you can. Because once you're secure with yourself, once you know yourself, it makes life so much easier. You're not dwelling on things as much anymore. And I think that's like the beautiful part of it, you know? Like, it's amazing. And for me, it took me a long time to get to this point where I'm just like okay with Raven. I'm okay with being me. I'm not trying to be anyone else. I have my moments where I wish I was a bit more, I wish I was a bit more. I'm working on the gym, I want to be a bit more intimidating. But maybe that's just not in the cards for me. But I can be more assertive and take more a bit of more of initiative, which I do. So in that regard, I think I'm doing great. And if I want to be really intimidating, I'm going to get big like Batista and get a bunch of tattoos. But yeah, like, just know yourself. Don't be so insecure or immature. And watch Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus. Because that show will make you realize, like, I can do this. I can be with the people that I want or with the person that I want, or I can, but I can keep being me. I can keep being me and thrive. I don't have to switch up. I don't have to be insecure. Who I am is okay. Who you are is okay. Who you are is okay. All right. I'm finished watching this Netflix movie. And yeah, I'm going to eat some cake because I deserve it. And these gains ain't going nowhere, but man, I've been fiending for some sugar. So I'm going to eat some cake because I know who I am and I accept it. All right.